Does manifesting work if you have what you want and your life's fulfilled? That's exactly what we're talking about today on Mindful Manifesting, and you're listening to Ariana Rollins. So glad you're here. Before we get into the episode, I would love for you to join my email list. I don't bombard you with emails a couple times a month, but usually they have some uplifting content. Sometimes there's little challenges and prizes, things like that. So please go to mindfulachiever.com and opt in for your 10-minute momentum reset, and you will be first to know of all of my prizes and challenges and invitations. All right, let's dive in. So today, or this week, I was working with a new client, and it's always wonderful to uncover where someone is in their life with, are they creating what they want? Are there gaps? Anything that they're working on? Anything that I can help them with? So I came prepped. I had 4 different exercises to jumpstart our work together. One of them was the Mindful Achiever objective setting process. If you have not got this form, happy to send it to you, especially it's a great complement to the book, Mindful Achiever. I created this form after I wrote the book, so it's brand new content. So I brought that, and that's what I thought we were going to work on. But right before our meeting, it was an in-person meeting, it was lovely, is I thought, there might be something she might want to change a habit. She might want to clear something from her past that's got some heaviness. Maybe she wants to free herself from a way of being, thinking that she feels is dragging her down. She might want to do that. So there were like 3 or 4 different processes or exercises I brought. So I sat down, and the first question is, what would you like to work on? We can do something about manifesting, something that you want to bring into your life, maybe something you've been working on and it's not been coming, or we can work on changing a pattern, clearing some blockages, things like that. And she says, my life is so fulfilling. It's like, yeah, I'm really good. I'm like, okay, good thing I brought some exercises, thinking to myself, other ones. And I said, well, you know what? Let's start this. Let's just play. Just how could your life improve? Is there anything that you would like to expand or change? And that's when it started flowing, my friends. This was wonderful. I think there were 8 different items, but initially she wasn't thinking about, I want this big thing. I want to manifest. I've got a wonderful marriage, gorgeous home, gorgeous life, work and job is good. It's like, okay, well, let's just play. Let's tease these desires out. Yeah, I really like that phrase. Let's tease these desires out, because sometimes you can be really fulfilled. Life is flowing in ways that fill you with gratitude, and you don't have any challenges. You're not bumping your toes on anything. Life's good. But there still could be things that you might want to improve and up-level. I won't share the things that she talked about because they're private, but I will say they were all in areas that are very common to us. Improving relationships or having more friends, like-minded relationships. Or some people are working on improving the quality of their job. Not more money, but just having more fulfillment. And then also just changing and up-leveling how we turn up in life. Maybe having more time freedom, spaciousness. Maybe our calendar's really full. And sometimes people are looking to improve their health. Maybe they got great health now, but maybe they want to be more fit, or they want to shed some pounds. I said shed. Yes, I did. I didn't say lose, because as humans, anytime we lose something, we want to find it, don't we? So shed weight, that was something I learned many, many years ago. So I'm not sharing anything of her personal things, but this is what I notice. This is what I notice when people are wanting to up-level their life. It's in one of those areas. So what do you do if you've got a really great life? You're in the zone, or as Abraham Hicks might say, you're in the vortex, or Dr. Joe Dispenza might say, you're in the quantum field. You're creating from thought. You're not just focusing on the here and now and trying to push the puzzle pieces around or the chess pieces on the chessboard. You know you're a creator. You know you're a conscious creator, co-creating with God, the universe, vortex, or quantum field. But maybe you need a little guidance to refine it, because sometimes we don't know what we don't know. We don't know where we can elevate things. So for you, what if you just take a moment, think about it. You don't have to write it down if you're doing something else, but write down, where is an area of my life, or what areas of my life can I up-level? And just start writing. And things are going to come. Things are going to come. And then next question is to rate these intentions, these wishes, these desires on a 1 to 10 scale, 10 being very fulfilling. Like, yes, that's great. 1, not at all. And this is where it's interesting, because then when you really start to dive deeper, you look, wow, I am really satisfied in that, that's a 9. And those are the things that, okay, I'm satisfied. Let's look at the areas where you're not. And then we're going to rate the difficulty level of making that happen. So let's say you want to up-level the income, the revenue in your business. And you've been working on it for a while. You've had some traction. You're making a good living, but who wouldn't want more clients? Who wouldn't want more income, more money to play at life with? And you'd like to do that. So you rate the desirability. It's a 7. Isn't that interesting? It's not a 10. Most interesting. Difficulty, it's a 2. Okay, so it's not a stretch. That's perfect, because we want to work with things that are a 5 or less in difficulty with this exercise I'm walking you through. Okay, desirability is a 7. Isn't that interesting? Because your conscious mind says, yeah, make more money. But look at your list. Is there a desirability of something that's closer to a 9 or a 10? And I invite you to work on that, because you really want something that's meaningful for you right now. Because that to me is an indication that it's quite likely right timing and right action. That you're going to have the greatest ease, the greatest flow, the greatest serendipity or synchronistic moments happening. Because it's like when you're growing a garden, you know when to plant the seeds. It's not in the middle of winter. So listening to that feeling of right timing, right action is going to really serve you. So pick one that's a 9 or a 10 in desirability. Great. Or, I've got another one. Because, again, who doesn't want more money? You've got one, a 7 in your business, in desirability. Just tune inside, focus on your heart, and ask yourself, what do I need to change about this intention, desire, that would tune it up closer to a 10? And you get, I need to be specific. It's the amount of clients I want to bring. Oh, that makes sense. I want to bring at least 3 more ideal fit, ideal clients to work with me. You could even make that more specific, who are ready, willing, and able to jump in. I'm a great coach for them. Write that down as a sentence. So now rate it on a 1 to 10 scale, and you get 9.7. Oof, I know, that's funny, right? But I do have clients that do that. They're really granular in their rating. Perfect. They're not selling themselves short. 9.7, we're good to go. I do like it a 10, but 9.7, we're good. Let's go with that. Okay, so now I'd like you to imagine a time in your life when you created something similar, when you experienced something similar. Come up with a memory, and then you'd write it down. And that memory is what I call a starter spark, a starter memory. I go into this in much more detail in the book, Mindful Achiever, if you'd like to go through it. And then if you get the book, email me You can do that if you're on my list. Email me and say, hey, Ariana, you talked about in the podcast the form, Mindful Achiever Objective Setting Form. I want it, please. Happy to send it to you. I'll send it to you also if you haven't got the book, guys. But it'll make more sense when you get the book. Okay, so you write down that starter memory and rate the desirability of that starter memory. 1 to 10 scale. How easy was it? Was it a flow or was it stressful? It's going to rate lower if it was stressful. And then the difficulty. Imagine yourself recreating that memory, recreating an experience like that. What's the difficulty? We want to work with something that's less than a 5. That's your starter memory. I know this may sound weird, right? Because if you've ever listened to other people who speak about manifesting, it's more get the image, get into the vortex, feel into how it's going to feel when you accomplish it, and just go home, sit on the sofa kind of thing. That's great. We'll do that later. But we are working on alignment first. Alignment, alignment, alignment. Why is that important? Remember the analogy. You don't plant a garden in the middle of winter. Unless maybe you're in Australia. But no, you're still going to wait till what it feels like sunny days, even though they have different seasons and different weather at different times of the year. So alignment is going to help you be most effective, most successful, and it's going to shorten your time to get what you want. It's so good. So we've got that starter memory. Now look at it. Scratch out anything that may have been difficult or stressful. And now you've got a clean starter memory. Now we're going to update it. We're going to put you in the picture. So maybe you had a memory of working with your ideal client. You had that first consultation. You were just like 2 peas in a pod. They had been following your work for a while and they were ready. They were just like warm market, easy to enroll, ready. They paid in full and they were perfect. Wouldn't that be a great repeat kind of memory you'd like to have? Great. So now just modify it gently for, you want 3 of those, don't you? Not just 1. So how are you going to do that? Well, you are going to be creating what I call a future memory. Future memory. I know, isn't that weird? It's like memory is past, but she's saying future memory. Well, there's specific reason why I use that language. Because we want your unconscious mind, your body, which is the storehouse of your unconscious mind, to believe it's happened. That's why we're calling it a memory. So it's a future memory, future-based memory. Also, endpoint success image. What's it going to look and feel like? Create that movie scene of what it's going to be like when you accomplish it. So now let's fast forward. You have accomplished it. Maybe you're sitting at your computer and you're looking at the PayPal or the Stripe deposits. And it's like, great, client number 1, client number 2, client number 3. Maybe that happens over a 2-day period. Maybe that's what you're celebrating. So create your future memory based on that, like an actual movie scene. And if you have the ability to create like a creative writing, I highly recommend it. Maybe write down that you're celebrating. What are you saying to your child, your spouse, your friend, your partner? What are you saying? Oh my gosh, it worked. I brought in 3 perfect for me clients. Look at this revenue, honey. Look at this. So put in auditory, put in visual. What are you seeing? You're seeing your computer screen. Put in audio, auditory, visual, kinetic. Kinetic, is that the right? Kinesthetic. How are you feeling in your body? Do you feel yourself like jumping up and down? Are you actually like jumping up and down in your seat? Are you feeling your energy uplifted? Are you leaning forward? Are you feeling that sense of, wow, I did it? Write down the emotions. So I want you to put your creative writing hat on. Maybe you haven't done that since school days, but write out a movie scene. Just a movie scene, not the whole movie, my friends. When does it start? Maybe a minute or 2. Write it down. Let's make a little energizing mind movie. Okay. There's also a chapter in the book about the energizer process. I think you'd love it. Because when we bring in emotions, when we bring in energy into what it is we want, it uplifts it. That energy in motion Oh, emotion's so powerful. So write all that down, rate it in desirability. I'd like this one for sure to get it to a 10, okay? Don't sell yourself short on that. Rate the difficulty. We want it 5 or less, okay? And then once you get that, I want you to write it down on a clean, brand new sheet of paper, because that is your starter. That is your future memory. That is your endpoint success image. You can put the date on it if you want, and then write out that scene of the movie. I know it's going to sound weird, but we want to memorize it. How do we do that? Repeating it over and over and over again. You can talk it out if you want. If you're like in a quiet space where no one's listening, you can read it out loud, put it on your voice recorder on your phone, or write it out, whatever feels more aligned to you. After you've done doing that 5 times, I want you to rate it again, desirability and difficulty. Anything need to change? If desirability dropped, you might have already expanded your ability to receive. You may have expanded your deservedness, if that's a word. That's good. Modify that future memory until you get it to a 10 again. You're doing such good work here. This is so good. Okay, now, what do? Make a contract. Do you commit to this? Are you ready to bring it into the world? Sign it. Put a date. Again, it's not the date when it's going to happen, because we're talking about right timing and right action. And here is a phenomenal statement I'm going to share with you. It's actually a form of prayer. Sorry if you hear the papers moving around. I got this right in front of me, the form. All right. So you've written it down. Surround that image with a ball of white light and bring it into your heart. This is an example of what I would like to create in right timing and right action. Please make this happen, and in ways for the highest good of me and of all involved. Breathe that in. Keep your eyes closed and breathe that in. Please don't do this if you're driving. Now, if you have done this and been actively involved in the process and it's right timing, right action for you, you're likely going to feel, this is powerful. You're likely going to feel excited. When I've done this and I have really made sure it's the right thing for me to work on at this time. I don't like that word right. I don't mean to keep saying that. It's appropriate. I'm going to be successful. That's what I mean. Then what I'll notice, I will feel in my body, my mind or heart, I'm not sure where I'm feeling it, but it's like, it's done. Wow, I've accomplished it. It's done. And I just have to wait the time. Could be 1 day, 2 days, could be 30 days. I don't know. Right timing, right action, my friends. I'm not pushing. I'm not forcing. Gone are those days. Gone are those days. Boy, was I a pusher or forcer. Oof. Type A on steroids. Gone are those days. Now, I'm a type A still. I'm not going to settle, but I'm doing it from alignment. And that's the secret. That's the sweet spot, doing it from alignment. Because when you're doing it from alignment, it's so much easier. You're not pushing water uphill. You're not trying to force yourself to be disciplined or hyper-focused. It's like you've handed over the desire to the part of you that can make it happen. Your body, your unconscious mind, God, vortex, quantum field. You've handed it over and you're just doing what's right in front of you. Working with your clients or going to your job, making dinner for the kids, washing the dishes. It allows you, get ready, it allows you to be present in the moment because you've handed over the doing to the part that will actually do the doing. All right. I enjoyed this episode. Hope you did too. I would love it if this resonated. Share it. Send it to a friend, the link. Oh, that'd be so good. Maybe you'll do it together. Maybe you'll work on your Mindful Achiever objective together. Cheer each other along. Help each other stay in the present moment. Notice if you drop into pushing or forcing, making it happen. Call each other out on it. It's like an accountability buddy, a workout buddy. Oh, this is fun. Get a manifesting workout buddy. That's so fun. All right. Thanks so much for listening. And if you enjoyed the show, give it a review on wherever you listen to the podcast. It helps me get into more ears and uplift the world through a gentle form of manifesting. And actually, guys, my secret weapon for goal setting. All right. Take care. And as We wrap up. Remember, as you confirm yourself, you chart your own path to success. So much love. Bye for now.